Good evening, lovelies. How are we doing? How is life today? It is Friday. Your weekend has begun, or is close to beginning, or has already started. It has been going for a bit. That means, in my case, that it's time for After Dark. And I've been looking forward to this because I am absolutely in love with this game. It is cute. It is a very good storytelling. It is heavy here and there. And that just reminds me that I need to get our trigger warning. And that needs to be in our info today. Content warning mostly. Which will completely clog up our live chat, but that's fine. I'll put that out there and pin the message so that everyone who comes in can read it. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna take you guys with me. A part of me really wanted to play something more comfy cozy, because I had the most horrible night / morning, sleep / brain wise, but you know what? We're here. I love this game. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Also, the music, perfect stuff. Perfect stuff. So, I remember last time that we lost our dad, that we finished our full, mastered our perception skills. That's really cool. We need to rest. We are flirting with a couple of people. We had our first kiss with Rex, like the little dog-eared boy. And other than that, I think we're just gonna need to dive in and see what we're gonna find here again. We were also slowly connecting with Dice. Kel is in a relationship with Tammy, so we're gonna let them be. Kel is just one of our best friends, even though we chose Tang for that, but Tang is, well, Tang is getting complicated, I'd say. Yeah. Very stoic, highly intelligent, but complicated. There was an augment for Dice. Dice does not have a sense of fear. That's what it is. Okay. Fair. Armored skilled skin. We already knew that. He's dating Tammy. Birthdays in late dust. Yeah. I still don't like Marts. Hey Kay, welcome in. Congrats on getting the first seed planted. How are you doing today? Nomi is cute. They are indeed quirky. We don't know them that well yet. Then there's of course Rex. He has doggy ears. He's a year older than we are. A lot of reporting to do today, but feeling better than yesterday. I'm glad to hear that. How am I? Tired, both physically and mentally at the moment. I don't know. I had a rough night, morning, day, whatever you want to call it. Let's just say, from the moment I decided to go to bed last night until, well, actually still, I don't know. Something is going on. I will take my time tomorrow to journal and see what's going on. It's okay. It's just like it's these dips. We're gonna find our way up again. I probably just did too much or something. Is it you or my glasses new? That is you. Sorry. No, these have been here for quite a while now. Okay. You never notice it wide at the corners? Oh, that's interesting, because they're quite a bit wide down there. But I'm not sure why it's actually reflecting that much right now, actually. That's new. So I understand that. Thank you. Thank you. I understand that it seems to be worse, indeed. Yeah, it's not that prominent, actually. But that's okay. Okay, he likes cakes, which is easy, because that's a cheap gift. He's absolutely adorable. Hi, Smurf. Maybe that's why you thought it was new. I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, no, we got our first kiss from this dude. Look at him. Look at him. Also, I've never noticed his shoes. Those are awesome. Right. There's a little heart, like there, under his eye. He has 2 colored eyes. He has dog ears. I mean, he's adorable. And then there's Dice, who is our lovely, lovely emo boy. So, we're also flirting with this dude because, I don't know, just because. He's younger than we are a year. Rex is a year older than we are. So, you know what? Like, if polyamory is an option in this game, let's go for it. This is us. I think we look cute. Let's dive into the story, shall we? We need to rest. And I think we're gonna do that this time. Wait, I was here because I wanted to see how far up we are with. I think we're gonna go rest with Dice for a sec. Oh, hey, Nomi. Rex and Nomi are curled up together, his head on their lap as they watch something on Nomi's holopalm. Nomi pauses the show and Rex grumbles sleepily. He must have almost drifted off. Hi, Nomi says, scratching behind Rex's ears. Do you want to watch Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform with us? We're almost ready to start the OVAs. Thank you, very sweet, but no thank you. Mrs. Border, welcome in, congrating on getting that blah 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 second seat planted. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering over things today. I know we need time off. Dice jumps out of the bed of an expedition's transport, slapping it fondly on the roof before turning to you. He looks uncommonly comfortable in his skin. Hey, Eleonora, he says. It was a good day out there. He doesn't elaborate. I hope you're doing well, Mrs. B. Oh, no, it's not there. We need to go to the other one. Oh. Ugh. My nose is annoying. It happens to you sometimes. It's okay, I know. Relax on the walls, because that gives us friendship with Dice. Yes. You say hello to Dice, who appears to also have chosen to blow off work and just relax. But he just frowns and moves to a different spot. He must want to be alone. Fine. You didn't want to hang out with him anyway. That is not true, but we're gonna let him be. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna let him be. All good. Still got our friendship point, though. No, keep those. You have a mosquito in your place that is too stupid to sting, right? Bisa hit you 8. You repeat 8 damn times. Oh no, you saw it once but couldn't get it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Smurf. That really sucks. They've taken the Hobbit to Exoplanet. How long did you take to actually think of that and write it down? Because that... Can we have that, like, screenshotted into mod chat, Kay, please? They've taken the Hobbit to the Exoplanet. Doesn't really have the same ring to it. No, it doesn't, but it is hilarious. Thank you for that laugh. Yeah, that is something I needed. Something silly. Thank you. How are you doing today? Rice cake. Oh. Okay. We can work again. So good, right? Yeah. Where are we gonna... What are we gonna do? What was this again? Problem solving and general knowledge. I think I wanna go in here, but also empathy. You're good, just got home from work. Nice. What's for dinner tonight? What is for dinner tonight? You're here to annoy all week. Yeah, you are. And I love it. I love it when you do that. It makes for interesting content. Oh, coffee. That's good stuff. I say we're gonna... Let's check here. Nobody wants to talk to us right now. That's fine. Biology and reasoning. That might not be a bad idea, honestly. Engineering and reasoning. Also not a bad idea. Humanities. Creativity, persuasion. Oh wait, but that does mean that we can do like the extra... Oh, that's a good idea actually. Or to the children. And now we get reasoning and empathy. Yeah, no, do the study humanities now so that we can get creativity up for the first perk. And we'll take it from there. A bit more persuasion is not a bad idea either. How am I? How is Kay? How is Smurf? Except annoyed by the incompetent mosquitoes. We put it like that. I'm having a rough day. Let's keep it at that. It will probably feel like nothing in a couple of days or weeks. But right now I'm like, can we just not do this? Just no, I don't want this. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to play this game. So it can only go up from here. It can only go up from here. You're heading back to your quarters at the end of the day. And as you pass by the med bay, you hear shouts and scrambling from within. Several surveyors have come back with serious wounds. Not the usual broken limbs and sunstroke. One of them is holding a towel to her own leg, staunching blood flow from a massive animal bite. Another looks nearly blinded from acid. It looks like chaos in there. Oh. Watch unobtrusively? I think I want to do that, yeah. Okay, it was a rough week, but you're okay today. Hope you're well. Sorry, fuck whatever is happening. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening. I just feel out of it. And that's not a good feeling, honestly. So, but it's all good. It's all good. It happens. We'll get through it. We have coffee. We have... Well, we didn't have good food. We had food that tasted nice, I think. It will improve. Watch unobtrusively. Yes. Yuck. That was terrible. Dr. Instance fixed him up, but... Ooh, we got some biology extra. There was a lot of blood. It really seems like she could use an assistant nurse. It's hard to look away while Instance is operating. You'll learn a thing or two about human anatomy, but lose your appetite for dinner in the process. You're eating more pasta, you made so much. Hey, as long as you're enjoying it. Like, I can tell right now that my body is not happy with what I had for dinner. And then it annoys me because I did enjoy it, but my body is not happy with it. That's just meh. I want... Oh, I want to use it. But at the same breath, that means we can't use any other. You know, actually, that is not a bad idea. And then that already wins. Doing okay-ish. Sorry to hear me. I hope things will shine and smile fast again. Thank you. Did I eat too much of the stuff I'm not really supposed to eat? Well, okay, so when it comes to my histamine intolerance, that does not give me immediate problems. But these are things that are not necessarily good for my body. No. So, yeah. You know what? We're just gonna do this. Because I want the super goal. So it's not necessarily to do with this, with the histamine intolerance, but just in general. And I know that my body does it with this food, and still sometimes I take it, or I'm like, I just need to eat something. Looking back, I should have just made pasta pesto, like I did yesterday, and I would be fine right now. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Again. Relearned, I would say. It's been a couple times that I did this. 4 creativity. Nice. 2 persuasion, also good. And some extra stress, but that's fine. And we got new carts in the depot. Ooh. There are... Oh, there we go. New carts in the depot. We have some kudos, so let's check it out. Oh, also... Hi, Rex. Rex is playing a game where he throws a ball up in the air as high as he can and tries to catch it without using his hands. You narrowly miss him running right into you, and the ball bounces away. Shucks, Rex exclaims, twiddling his big furry ear. I was on a roll. Do you need something? Hugs incoming. Rex throws his arm wide. Coach, I'm open. He laughs, catching you as you throw yourself into his arms. He spins you around and grows into your neck, squeezing you tightly. It's a good hug. Kind of makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. Sometimes we need to relearn things we painfully got once. Yeah. Yep, you had a fun, productive day. Spent a lot of it making an Excel sheet. You did all of it together with your 63-year-old colleague because he's not good with computers and you wanted to make it as easy for him as possible so he will actually use it. And then right before he goes home, he's like, this is too complicated and has too much information. In other words, I won't use it. Okay, you know what? I am so done with, I have to say from now on, 55 plus people who refuse to learn new things for their job. Just honestly, yep. I would say to your supervisor, hey, man, he needs a course in using the most standard programs that we constantly use. Otherwise, we are not efficient in doing our job. And I'm not gonna keep, like, holding a hand above his head. Because, like, he is keeping you guys down there. Because you no. I'm so done with it. I see it at my mom's job. And my mom is over 65, so... there's that. She's fine. She learns when she needs to. But it's seen it at hers, which is also municipality. But then, like, front office. Like, working with the public. I see it in teaching, in education. It is insane. If you want to be able to do your job, you need to learn the things you need to do for your job. And if you can't keep up, then you need to change jobs. It's that easy. If you're unwilling to do that, then you don't fit the job anymore. Doesn't even need a course. You made the Excel sheet in such a way that he only needs to select a thing in a column in a drop-down menu. Okay, then that is weaponized incompetence. Pure and simple. That's weaponized incompetence. Just to make you do his job. Or others do his job. I can't do it. Fuck off. So I wouldn't cater to him anymore. Just let him be. It's not your job to make him do his job correctly. And let your supervisor know, because they need to know. Visit the supply depot. That's what I wanted to. Ooh. Oh. Okay, right now we have the +5 on all challenges. +20 persuasion. Ooh. As that is literally our lowest stat, because combat has even more. Ooh. +20 persuasion. Or +10 to all token. Ooh, that's also a good one. Then these would all get 10 extra. +30 bravery. These cards are insane. Also insanely expensive, but hello? More empathy. More biology. Okay, we're gonna keep saving. That's good stuff. You don't know, you think it's just I've done it like this for 40 years. I only need like 4 more years and I'll be done. Don't think there's any bad intent, but you'll talk about it with him on Monday and see how he does. You know, like, and that's the thing. I only need like 4 more years. Yeah, you need to do 4 more years. And you've been doing it like this for ages, which means you've been inefficient for ages. That's not okay. That is not okay. Not to yourself, but especially not to your coworkers. Sorry, I got really annoyed by this. Bit of organizing and perception is not... Perception we don't need anymore. No. Do I want to organize? I don't really want to. You can tell. Sorry. I'm sorry, but it's just really not okay. Maybe we can... I don't want to do combat. It is the last month before the glow, though. So maybe... Does Cal have anything to say? Oh, you look high and low for Cal, but you can't find him anywhere. They've taken the opposite exoplanet. Thanks. You can't find him anywhere. You're about to give up when you hear a curious sound from the gardening shed, followed by the thrill of Tammy's laughter. You knock on the door that's been left slightly ajar just in time to see Cal jump away from Tammy, who's seated on the work table. Tammy giggles nervously and smooths down her skirts, and Cal rubs the back of his neck. Oh, we all know what happened here. Hey, Eleonora, Cal stammers. I was just showing Tammy, this. And he picks up one of the gardening tools and brandishes it at you. Tammy goes red and tucks her ear, humming, You guys been caught, Cal. Oh. What can we do here? We can shovel dirt. Toughness. Meh. Oh, right. Ooh. That gives us things we don't really need right now. But I do want to do this actually. Let's go. Back in the lab, you have all the right equipment to properly examine that radioactive plant you found. Right, that's been ages ago. Maybe you can find a way. Caught with what? I'm sure they'd never be naughty. Well, you know the funny thing is, like the first people we catch doing something possibly naughty are the two most innocent looking people in the damn game. It's Tammy and Cal. Like, hello. Love that. Love that. Maybe you can find a way to protect yourself from them so you don't need to drag a a radiation-proof enviro suit with you every time you go to that part of the planet. Radiation poisoning isn't a killer it used to be on Earth. With medbats, you can flush out deadly doses of radiation in a few hours. It could still make you really sick though, and high enough doses could kill you before you're even able to reach a medbat. How confident are you that you know how to protect yourself? Not at all actually. See, innocent looking people would never, Good call. Maybe you can come back again later, after collecting more samples. Get to work. You visit your mom's little garden. There's a small shrine set up in memory of her and your father. I love that. Her favorite flowers, his old boots. On Earth, they used to put whole bodies into boxes and bury them in the ground. The colonies always skipped the decomposition step, using a process to quickly render bodies into nutrient-rich mulch. Your mom and dad stipulated that their remains would be used here, added to the dirt they tended so lovingly in life. Sitting here feels like they could be just around the corner. We're gonna talk to them. About what? How much you missed them. You spend some time talking in the general direction of the shrine about how much you miss your mom and dad, and how unfair it is that they died so young. You know that the whole colony is your family, but being orphaned at 16 is still a heavy blow. You imagine your mom ruffling your hair and telling you to toughen up, and getting a warm bear hug from your dad. You hear footsteps behind you and the creaking of the little garden gate. Cal kneels beside you and gazes at the shrine. I miss them too, he murmurs. I know I already have more parents than the average person, but your mom and dad were kind of like my parents too. They taught me everything I know about agriculture and how to care for animals. He smiles sadly. I hope I can be half the farmer they were. You bought some weird potato chips. You can't imagine they are good. Croaky caramel sea salt potato. Sweet potato caramel sea salt. Is it sweet potatoes or is it just normal potato chips with caramel sea salt? Because I could imagine sweet potato with caramel and sea salt working, but just normal potatoes with that? No. Normal potato chip. What is it with the insane taste combinations lately? Well, no, that hasn't been lately. That has been for the past 2 decades, actually. Except Cal's hug. Cal is a great hugger. Not too tight, not too familiar, but warm and strong and comforting. He reminds you a little bit of your dad. Strong, but sensitive. Thinking of your dad's hugs makes you tear up a little. But Cal doesn't mind when you sniffle against his shoulder. Thanks, I needed that. You and Cal sit and contemplate your parents' memorial shrine for a while longer. Eventually, Cal has to go back to work. He lets you know it's okay to take the day off if you need to. Get to work. Okay. Oh wait, we can have double nowadays. That's true. We need to get 33. This card becomes blue. But I don't want that. Oh wait, you know what? We can do that. Just random? Why not? Win. Cool. Send a pic. Oh boy. Well, good luck, I'd say. Good luck. I don't think that's gonna work out, but hey, who knows? Maybe it's the new best thing. Okay, time for a glow. Is anyone out here at the moment? No. Oh, there's an item here again. Damn it. Oh, they are out here. Nem takes a big pull from her canteen, sighs, and rubs the back of her hand over her mouth. Wee, Eleonora, this training business is hard. Am I worried about an attack? He shrugs. No, we'll be fine. The governor's got this. And more importantly, we've got explosives. I'd like to see those alien animal null shits beat that. Oh, you have no idea what you're up against. No idea whatsoever. I like the look of this. Oh, Kella's over there. Also, reviews for the bus game are very mixed. Apparently, you can't choose for yourself how to renovate the buses. You can only do it in the way the developers intended, but without the freedom to do as you wish to do yourself. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's not like... No. No. I hate that. No freedom of creativity is sucky. Tang is standing with her arms crossed, gazing out into the gloom. I cannot help but be a little comforted by the presence of the soldiers, she says. Perhaps we'll stand a better chance during the next attack. Right. Cal reaches up and strokes one of the native plants in the garden, its light reflecting onto his awestruck face. When we landed here, we didn't even know this was possible. What else don't we know about this place? That was supposed to be want. Yeah, as you want, wish. Fair. What are we gonna do? Oh, help in the kitchens. We could do that. Sure. Ooh, or relax in the lounge with Rex. No, we'll help in the kitchens. Congruence has barely any guidance on how to cook alien plant and fungus, so you basically get to make everything up as you go along. Blab tip glaze, potato reduction, sun-dried bobber fruit. Sure, why not? Aunt Anne encourages you to take chances and make mistakes in the kitchen, because you might come up with the next gourmet dish. Exactly. That one is locked. So... And then we do this. Oh yeah, let's go. Even a super goal? Nice. Extra creativity. Not bad. You wake to the soothing sound of your dad's voice. And then remember he's still gone. You wonder how long it will be before you stop expecting him to be here. You're lying in bed, staring at a wormhole through your window, when you hear a deep thump resonate through the ground. Then a second one, quieter. The woven roof of your room quivers, unleashing a season's worth of fine glowing dust to sift through the air. Through your open window, you hear voices sounding the alarm. The annual offensive is here, and leading the charge are 2 massive faceless. Uh-oh. Hide in sight? Oh, absolutely. Just hearing people shouting about the faceless triggers panic. Your chest clenches, your guts roil, and you break out in a cold sweat. You're no use to anyone like this. Best to just stay inside. You pull the covers up over your head and try to calm down. Every so often you hear more of those deep whoomp noises and the zzz of blast rifles. They get louder, so close you can differentiate the massive footfalls of the creatures and what must be the heliopause's explosives. The walls shake with the shockwave of the explosions. Then you hear a loud explosion, the loudest you've ever heard. Your entire room shakes, the floor and walls vibrating with the massive shockwave that rips through their quarters. Then, nothing. Silence. A few minutes later, your holopomp chimes an all-clear message. You creep out to your balcony to survey the damage. People filter out of their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression system is turned on the square, revealing the charred corpses of the 2 faceless. Utopia walks by with a reclamation team, hauling an industrial blast cutter on a hoverlift. Did he use the mining explosives? Utopia says in awe. Mighty bold of him. Those things will blow a hole in a mountain. Or a creature, I suppose. She sighs. Wish she could have saved them from mining. That must have been the last of them. And we sure can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot, and they pick their way down the blast crater to carve up the faceless for recycling. Fortunately, unfortunately. Ooh. Colony defense is higher than 7 at the moment. Apparently. Not that I know where to look that up. Fortunately. Oh, and now we have -2 now. Okay. Where do we see that? I'll have to check that in a bit. Fortunately, the colony was well defensed. You and the other colonists have been fortifying the defenses, putting security above all else. Tonight's defense was still a resounding, if messy, success. But if Utopia's right, you don't have any more of those explosives now. You can't just nanoprint unstable molecules like that. What are you going to do during the next attack? Yup. Good question. Oh, I love our new outfit. And we have long hair now? Hell yes. We're growing out our hair. Okay, we got a couple new cards. Especially this one. Like, look at the cuteness. Plus 12 perception, plus 11 on animals, plus 11 on engineering. Cool. Full heart with ice, full heart with Rex. Half with these. Cool. Also, oh, we need to check the portraits again. Start age 17, I'd say. Wait, the defense is -2, or is there anywhere we can see that? Can we see anywhere what the original... These are all our memory cards. We have 48 of them. Do we still have zeros? I don't think we do. So we can get rid of ones if we want to. Yeah, we don't have zeros anymore. That's good. At least everything is giving us points now. Also, hello? Is that Kel? Is that Kel? Oh my goodness. Well then. Hello? Right. Sorry about that. Right. We were gonna check. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Ooh, we are growing up. Okay, Anemone is cute. But look. Hello. Oh, hi, Cal. Since when do you have a tattoo? And who decided to do... Wow. You saw some good news you were happy to see, but you don't know if it's okay for stream? What kind of news? Like, category? And is it like personal to you, or is it like world stuff, or country stuff, or what is it? Still a bit sad that he's with Tammy. Look at us being cute, though. Oh, Attention is actually letting her hair grow again. I like that. That suits her. Ooh, guys. Okay. A guy got a 3-month jail sentence today for not respecting a woman. Ooh. As in completely not, like, not respecting in what way? Should have been longer, but it's the start. Is this here in our country? Oh, I know which case that is. Yeah, I know which case that is. I've been following that case. Oh my god. Nice. It's a start. It's a signal. Just to explain, there was a case of a man who decided to, we're 18 plus anyways here, who, against his partner's will, did not use a condom during sex. And that is non-consensual. Which is, in my case, assault. Like, in my opinion, that's assault. I'd see that as assault. There is evidence of this in WhatsApp texts. So that's how they got this going. And now he has a 3-month jail sentence. Let's go. That is a very, very, very good signal. Yeah, they asked for half a year. He got half of that. But it's a good start. We're gonna take that as a positive. Thank you for sharing that, Yip. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. I mean, I have to get used to his outfits. Like, I don't understand the way Dice is dressing, but still, this... Mart. Oh, hello. Okay, I don't like her personality. She was a bitch at first. I'm not sure if she's still like that. She probably is. I do... Look at that hair. This is a great, great portrait of her. Like, awesome. Awesome. Her personality is so clear in this. But, yeah. No, she was not nice to us, so we're not going there. Tammy is so much like her mom. So sweet, so cute. They are going for the... What do you call it? Tattoos. What do you call it? Wow, I just couldn't get to the word. Oh. Excuse you, Rex? Hello? Well then. Well then. They are adorable. They're just absolutely adorable. I can't help it. No, you still look horrible. Sorry. I really no. No, but this? We're not gonna date him because we're gonna let Tammy have him. It's all good. let's play the game. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. While we are at it, I'm saying, let's see if we can get our combat. Oh, we have a conversation with him. Of course we do. Hi, Primson. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Over the years, a lot of people have started wearing a lot less clothing than you remember from when you were growing up on the climate-controlled stratospheric. Definitely a lot less than in the holovis you brought from Earth. Rex, though. Rex has really acclimated to Vertumna's hot, sultry weather. Take your own shirt off in solidarity? Ooh. We're not gonna tell him to put a shirt on because he's adorable. You're good, just dealing with 28 degrees and sun right after rain. Ooh. Well, I hope you're surviving, Primson. We could use a bit more of that warmth down here. It's just 19 here today. I'm even like wearing long sleeves today because I was not comfy. Now I'm actually slightly too warm, but it is what it is. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to go with this. Like, this is not me. This is not me either, but that is not fair. So we're gonna go the flirty way. Rex throws his head back and laughs so loud it echoes through the courtyard. He howls. You both giggle, then lock eyes for a few seconds that feel like literal months. Eventually, Rex fixes you with a fangy smile and scratches the back of his head. It does nice things to his whole chest, shoulder, bicep situation. So, you like what you see, huh? He leans in, like sharing a secret. Me too, he whispers. Then winks at you. You're smooth. You are smooth. So you're gonna stay above 18 for the whole next week. Well, that's nice. Like, we have that here too. But, like, just give me 22 or above. Like, 22 as a baseline, and then, I don't know, up to 26, I'm good. This is just that in between where some things feel too cold and other things feel too warm, and it just never feels right. And random rain in between. So, yeah. Hee hee. We flirting with Rex. I love it. We're gonna get the cluster that's here. You're over it. Give me back my 16 degrees in clouds. You can have it. Sure. So we just trade. I feel like everyone's going insane, Dice says, looking around at the increased activity outside the walls. It's not just me who can see that, right? This planet is bigger and older than we can even imagine. If we act aggressive, it's just going to smack us down even harder. Dice pressed his hands. No one is listening. We have to listen to this planet. You're a wise one. Also, is that a flower in your hair? I love that. I love that. Sure thing, right? We don't have his favorite gift. I hate that. Because I kind of do want to give him his favorite gift. We don't have it. Okay. Oh, there's wood over here. Let's get that. before we forget. And then talk to Kel for a sec. Gosh, he's cute. Sure thing. Cool, let's do it. Kel looks up from the geoponics bat where he's doing something sciencey with the water. Oh, hey, Eleonora, he says. Just give me a sec. I'm checking the oxygen levels in the beds. Too much and you get too much aerobic bacteria. He huffs a little laugh. I sound like Tang, right? There's a lot of science in this geoponic stuff. Sure is the future. Found something you might like. Oh, no I don't actually. Oh, no I don't. Done. We don't have eggs. That's interesting. Ooh. Ooh, a blue bubba fruit. Wait, who liked those? Who liked the bubba fruit? No. Maybe Temmie likes the bubba fruit? Huh. We can try. Also, that strange device should go to Tangent. Is that Mart's? That's Mart's. Why should I care for nature? Mart asks, flipping her hair over her shoulder. The only thing nature has ever done is kill my people. I refuse to be held hostage by a planet that doesn't want us here. She smiles. Though her overall expression is dangerous. If nature wants to kill us, well, it is only fair we try to kill it right back. And this is why I don't like her. Know me? No, Rex is chatting with one of the young soldiers from the Helio, smiling wolfishly down at her, with his hand raised above her head as she giggles. Oh, you are a flirt. When she sees you coming, her smile drops and she beats a hasty retreat, avoiding your gaze. Rex turns, his confused expression melting away to delight when he sees you. Oh hey, Eleonora, he exclaims. Some of the Helios are weird about being seen with me, he continues unbothered. She'll be back. She'll be back. When was your birthday again? Early pollen. Is that where we are in right now? No, we're quiet season. This is early pollen, I think. Wasn't Rex your first kiss? Of course he's a flirt. Yeah, he was. He was. And he was very smooth about it. I mean, we're flirting. It's good. It's fine. Nomi and Rex are talking together on the couch, legs intertwined. Rex spots you first and gives you a jaunty wave. And Nomi follows his gaze with a big smile. Hey, Eleonora, Nomi says, scooting over easily so there's space for you on the couch. Rex pats the cushion invitingly. We were just talking about what we'd rather have a pet. A hopeye as big as a unisaur? Or a unisaur as small as a hopeye? What do you think? Huh, good question. They're adorable though. Really cute. We are getting ads, so we're gonna take a little... Oh, Brum Brum, you are just coming in when we're going to go on a little ad break. I'll be back in 5 minutes, okay? And then we're gonna continue this. So sorry, I hope you're doing well. It's good to have you here. Yeah, go get yourself a snack, a drink, make yourself extra comfortable. Oh my god, English today. And just stick around, please. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Continue this lovely, interesting game. You keep Brum company? Cool, Yip. Enjoy. Have fun. See you in a bit. Thank you for sticking around. Saw you guys have a lovely conversation about Chinese food and stuff like that. Also, congrats to your boyfriend, Brum Brum. I hope he had a lovely day and a great celebration. Do we want to make something? I think I like that idea. Ooh, it's gonna give us a rainbow. Ooh, I like that. Want to make something? Nomi flaps their hand in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet. Don't you think? You shrug. Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it by now. Nomi snaps her fingers. Wait, we should make something to stay cool. Fair. You and Nomi brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop, but it all seems too complicated. Eventually, you just end up doodling on some of Nomi's paper and folding it to make paper fans. Sometimes the best solutions are the most simple, they smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Girl Hyperjet transform fan. Think he had, but yeah, I guess your gift, so that was a little annoying. Aww. Well, was he happy with it? I think that's the most important part, though. Hey, Tammy. You walk past Cal in the main courtyard as you approach the lounge, and he gives you a jaunty wave. Moments later, Tammy appears at the door looking rumpled and red-faced. Caught you guys again, sorta. Oh, hello, she calls out to you, smoothing down her skirts. Do you need something? Oh, they are at it. He was. You're going to see Electric Callboy in November? Hell yes, let's go. Perform a random act of kindness. Yeah, great idea. I want to do something nice for Martz, Tammy says, fiddling with the hem of her dress. But I don't know what. She's just nano prints whatever she needs. She snaps her fingers. I know. Why don't we ask Auntie Seaton to help us put on a spa day for her? Aunt Anne has a whole cabinet of nice smelling lotions, soaps, and scented candles. She lets you choose a few of each and reserves one of the private lounge anterooms for you. It's his birthday. Did you miss that? I think so. You think? Yeah, like the very first message Brum Brum said about, gave about how they were doing. That was in there. Sure, Martz can buy her own lotions, but what she can't buy is the loving servitude of her friends. You help Tammy primp and pamper Martz. She's surprised and a little humbled by the attention, and gives you both a genuine hug in thanks. Tammy has good instincts. She always knows what people secretly need, and Martz needed to have something nice given to her instead of having to demand it. You know what? Maybe. Hey Tang. I owe almost everything I am to Chief Engineer Instance, Tenzin says. She sees me for who I really am. Tang runs her fingertips over her jaw. Without her, I would probably be as sad as isolated as my brother, or as broken as my mother was. I owe her my life. I would do anything she asked of me. Your brother is not isolated, he's just choosing other things. Here, you might like this. Tang shrugs. You should probably just keep it. I don't even know what I do with it. When Yuna says she keeps it, she shrugs again. Sure, maybe I'll find a use for it. That's still not your love gift. What do you like? Ugh. Okay. Can you date older women in this game? She hot, guessing she's older. I think she's younger than we are. Tangent. Yep, she's a year younger than when we are. We're 17, she's 16. Yep. But, we could flirt with, Utopia, who's 29. We didn't do that, though. But at some point we could flirt with her. Reasoning and empathy. How much reasoning are we at? 52 out of 100. We need to get to 66. Humanity is giving creativity and persuasion. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to throw a bit more in there. On the other hand, no, we're not gonna do that. I think we're gonna do something else. Tangent. She's an old soul, but she's nice. And once you get past the chilly exterior. Yeah. Hi, Stella. How are you doing today? I do have to agree that she's like an old soul. Yeah, that... Yeah. Fair. Let's see. Bravery and perception. Perception we don't need. Ready for a nap? Then go take a nap. Go take care of you. Perception and animals, not needed. Perception, biology. Is it all perception? It is. Okay, we're gonna go for biology or engineering. Biology. You read chilly posterior for a second. And just was like, I can warm that up for her. Fair enough. Fair enough. Forage in a valley. Let's go. Oh. Instant yellow flower. That's nice. Another instant yellow flower. Also cool. Power fruit. How many items do we have here? Hello? Oh right, we can choose now. We are not being held back because of how high our perception is. So we can just go and get everything. Also, quoi? Oh. Let's go get all the items first. Ooh, egg. Let's go. And then decide on what we want to do. Ooh, where is this going? I don't think we've been here before. Let's pick this one. Oh, it is your field of butter dandies. Hello, gorgeous flowers. You enjoy a few minutes taking in the majesty of the carpet of beautiful flowers. Pick them all. Just take one. You find the tallest, most perfect yellow flower and leave the rest. No need to be greedy. Oh, we got another yellow one. Cool. Time passes, 15 stress. That's fine. Let me check out if we have more eggs. Another egg? Oh, is this the tangent? It is. No, that is Utopia. Oh, and this is the last one. Okay, so, and another egg. There are so many items here. Hello? Another one? What's this? Okay, let's go. You find a triplet. A large, tasty, plant? Kind of? Hey, Sass. Welcome in. How are you doing today? You've heard it's sort of like an animal too. Like a lot of creatures of autumna. It kind of defies classification. Whatever it is, it's huge. It's practically taller than you are. Uh-oh. Harvest some stalks or note its location and move on. Let's do that. You're well. I'm glad to hear that. I am okay-ish. It's been a day. Tomorrow is another day and we'll be fine. You start breaking off the freshest and youngest looking shoots. The plant shudders. Analyze that shudder. Yeah. 61 we need to get. Oh, we should be able to do that. That card becomes 3. So that's nice. Then we do this. That will give us 25. That's a great round. 8. Cool. 27. And I want 6 here. Do I though? Super cool, let's go. That's what I wanted to do. 2 to animals, I like that. Done. Yeah, this plant is alive and sentient, like an animal. It is definitely not happy that you're ripping its limbs off. It's hard to tell if it's in pain, really, but you'd say discomfort at least. All the same, stop. Yeah, no, something about what you're doing just feels wrong. You make a note on your map of where it is, but oddly, you never find it again. Okay. Let's have that interaction with Utopia. Where were you again, Utopia? Were you here? Another egg? Oh, that's one of those. Oh. You come out of the trees into a large grassy clearing. In the middle is a... well, you can only describe it as a pedestal. In the middle of a cradle of flowers sits a massive egg. Easily larger than any egg you've seen before. It's white with red flags. And it's just sitting here in the middle of the empty clearing, totally unprotected. Take it. You put 1 foot up on the pedestal to brace yourself. This thing is huge. However, as you do, the pedestal starts moving. And it starts growling. Its flowering appendages unfurl to reveal the face of a manticore. It narrows its feline eyes at you and rumbles in warning as it stands to its full terrifying height. You figured out where the egg came from. With your arms full of egg, you can't really fight. Your choices are limited. Keep the egg and run, fight the manticore, or just throw the egg and run. We're gonna throw the egg and run. You toss the egg and run. The manticore takes a swing at you with his big crushing claw, but quickly turns its attention to making sure the egg is undamaged. You get away, but the whole experience probably shaves a year of your life. You're too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. Oh well, we take chances. +2 biology. That's good stuff. Oh boy. It's your 17th birthday. But it's not just your birthday. Quiet is a time of new growth. A celebration of life and hope. Not for just this year, but for humanity's presence on Vertumna for years to come. You and your friends are the symbol of that hope. Quite literally. You are the future of humanity. As you're all beginning to take your places as adults in the colony, the council has decided to throw a party in your honor. The Vertumnan Youth Ball. Mars is organizing it, of course. You get an embossed invitation on real paper slipped under your door. I guess I could go. Party all night long. Nope, dancing is for dweebs. When I was 17... I would have gone for this one. You slip into some party clothes and head over to the lounge to celebrate, well, yourselves. And yourself, specifically. It is your birthday after all. The lounge is all decked out. The decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of nanoprinter's grants. Your friends are transformed too. Everyone is dressed up and looking like the young adults you're becoming. You can hardly recognize some of them. Have we seen Cal? March catches your eyes and waves, her bangles jingling joyfully. She looks like a model from her holomags. Every inch of her primed, painted, and perfumed. Eleonora, happy birthday! I'm glad you could make it, she says over the steady thrum of the music. Drinks are over there, make your song request a congruence, and take off your shoes. You look down at your boots, then back at Mars skeptically. She rolls her eyes and does a little bounce. Suck up. Just like Earth. Duh. Oh my goodness. These two together. Why? Why game? At the refreshment table, Kel is stuffing his face with party food, and Rex shoves 2 glasses of punch in your hands. Gotta stay hydrated, he says, pouring himself another glass. We'll be sweating it out one way or another. Excuse you? He winks at you. Don't let them fool you, Tangent mutters, joining you. She smears a glob of something pink and meaty looking on a cracker. It is a well-documented phenomenon that people inexperienced with imbibing alcohol will begin to act as if they're drunk, even if they're completely sober. To Rex, she adds, I mean, of course, that I am not going to suffer any bad behavior. Uh-huh. Do your thing, Tangent. Rex grins as he pulls out a flask out of his vest and pours a healthy addition into his glass. This vest? Where the hell is he keeping that then? Where the hell in this thing are you keeping a flask? Ow. Oh my goodness. The music changes to something with a fast pounding beat. Rex throws his hat back and howls. Woo, it's time to dance. Yeah, let's dance. Me imagining spending time with these two gents. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's kind of funny? My previous 2 partners, polyamory, hi. If I'm looking at like posture, that was this combination. Not necessarily like personalities, but postures definitely. So yeah. I do imagine that. Yeah. We're gonna dance. And of course we're dancing with everyone. Like, why is Faze even dancing? You, Rex, and Mars take to the dance floor. After a while, Nem follows, pulling Faze behind her. You all dance until it feels like your heart is going to burst from excitement, from exertion, and from the sheer joy of throwing yourself around the room with your friends. Yeah, you laugh, mister. Nomi, who's playing DJ with congruence, spins up something a little slower, more romantic. Grab a partner and pull them in close, they announce dreamily. Or whatever distance you both feel comfortable with. Everyone giggles awkwardly and shovels around, feeling the intangible friction of teenage politics. Who dances with whom? Who makes the first move? Rex is not on this. Kel, Tammy, Tenjin dies. Oh, I can't choose the people that were already on the dance floor. Interesting, but then we're gonna go for Dice. Is Dice even here? Dice is standing over by the DJ screen, helping Nomi with his song selection. He freezes up when you ask him to dance, stammering an excuse, but Nomi gives him a playful shove towards you. Go dance with Eleanor, they say. I can handle things. Dancing with Dice is a bit of a disaster. That's okay. Neither of you knows where to put your hands, and despite spending this entire song looking at his feet, Dice still manages to step on yours. He holds you rigid-armed and rocks back and forth mechanically until the song, mercifully, comes to an end. Other couples don't seem to have your lack of chemistry. Nem and Vase have skipped dancing and gone straight to second phase. Oh! Yeah, of course Nem went for Vase. Dice stares at them for just a bit longer than is appropriate, then blushes and flees the dance floor. After the slow songs, Nomi spins Congruence's music library to something with a little more bounce to it. The dance floor once more floods with bodies, ready to gyrate the night away. But the tunes are abruptly interrupted by Governor Lum's here speak hijacking the feed. Of course he is. He strides to the stage, flanked by Security Chief Red. Everyone on the dance floor whines in unison, and having some buskill adult stop the music. But Lum just raises his hands and smiles indulgently. Look at all of you, he says. Young pioneers. I look at you and I see the future. Dude, how old are you even? Shut up. Not just of this colony, but of all humanity. You catch a few people rolling their eyes. You've heard this before. Red here, good man, a real good man, really, the best of the colony, shared this poem from a great earth poet. Lum continues. Now, I'm not one for poetry myself, but damn if it's not something I want to share with you kids tonight on the eve of something really big. He clears his throat and reads from this hollow poem. We cannot tarry here. We must bear the brunt of danger. We the youthful, sinewy races, all the rest on us depend. Down the edges, through the passes, up the mountain steep, conquering, holding, daring, venturing as we go to unknown ways. Pioneers, oh pioneers. We primeval forest felling, we the river stemming, vexing we and piercing deep the minds within, we the surface broad surveying, we the virgin soil upheaving. I think this is a song. Grumble and hiss, this is bullshit. Suddenly mouth the word boring. Ooh. Red looks a little pained, but Lum continues. What do you think that poem means, kids? He asks. Does it mean we should sit here in our colony politely waiting for this planet to make a space for us? He clenches his fist evocatively? I guess so. In the air. No, he exclaims. It means we need to get out there. We need to grab Vertumna by the balls and make it respect us. Yeah, that's what we did with this planet, didn't we? He points to you specifically. I need you, the next generation, to lead the charge. This is your planet, and you're old enough now to defend it. I'm asking all eligible fighters to join squads massing at expeditions, to get out there and attack those monsters where they live. We're taking the fight to them. No more hiding behind our walls. To your left, Vase and Nem lead a cheering that erupts. Lum and Red leave and the music spins back up again, but only a few die-hard partygoers still want to dance. Everyone else has broken into small groups to discuss the announcement. You are angry. Just posted a message for here in Sumi's Discord, and Sumi is like, what are you talking about, Yip? You were quite confused. Fair. And which message was that? It sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, I agree. How old is Lum? 32. You're an asshole. Young, brash, and aggressive. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm angry. This is bullshit. Cal exclaims. Yes. Cal and Dice. Cal exclaims, causing a few heads to turn. It was about someone dancing? You started dancing, and I wrote, I've never felt closer to Dice. He feels like me dancing. Yeah, fair. I understand. They're not even going to try to figure out why the animals are attacking us. They're just going to kill. He waves his arms over his head. Aren't we supposed to be better than that? Exactly, Cal. Dice clearly agrees, though, much more quietly. They don't even know what's out there, he mutters. They have no idea what they're up against. With no context whatsoever, it was interesting. I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that. The party fizzles out as everyone drifts away from the lounge. What a party pooper he was. Fuck you, Lum. You messed up our birthday. That was supposed to be a happy moment. That was our first birthday without both of our parents. That was not okay. You return to your empty quarters, your birthday forgotten. You've always been told the colony was safe. Now, you know that time is over. The contest is that you're a bad dancer. Oh well. I am so unhappy with Lum. He is not okay. Okay, let's talk with Cal, because he has something to talk about. Also, I can give you a gift. You're looking around for Cal when you overhear him, just around the other side of Geoponics Dome. For the last time, leave me alone. Doesn't sound good. You get closer and find Cal facing down Red and Vase. They've cornered him, their body language calm and relaxed while Cal's so angry he's almost shaking. Cal, please listen to us, Red says, spreading his hands. We're not here to conscript you. I can't force you to join the army. All I'm saying is that I need good, loyal, strong young men like you out there on the front lines. Red smiles. You're a good boy, Cal. I admire your passion for peace and your dedication to fighting for it. That's why I'm here, asking you to help me protect the colony. No is no, Red. No is no. Leave him alone. Protect the colony, Cal spits. That's such a lie. You're not protecting anything. You're just slaughtering defenseless animals in their homes. It's disgusting. Hey, Face retorts, taking a step forward with his fist raised. Show some respect. For who? Cal squares up like he's ready to take the hit. For who, he asks. Let's go. Voice sharp. Psychopaths like you? Ooh. Oh, Cal. Careful now. Face roars and looks like he's about to take a swing, but Red holds him back with one raised hand. Face slinks back to Red's side, glowering at Cal. I can tell you need a bit more time, Red says. I just wanted you to know that my door is always open if... Get lost, Cal says, cutting Red off. Red looks surprised. I'm not interested. I never will be. Face looks like he's about to lip off again, but Red speaks before he can. All I ask is that you keep it in the back of your mind, Cal. When you come around, I'll be happy to talk about your options. When you come around... No is a full fucking sentence. With that, they leave. Face gives you a scathing look as they pass. I mean, you're not showing him respect, right? They're not showing him respect. They're not respecting his no. Cal sits down heavily on the sack of fertilizer he must have been carrying before Vase and Red cornered him. This isn't even the first time, he mutters, his face in his hands. They're really dead set on getting me to join the hunting parties. I told them I don't want to kill anything, and Red was like, it's okay, you can just tell us how to kill them. He looks up, exasperated. Like that's any better. I wish they would leave you alone. Me too, Cal sighs. They have a real messed up idea of what it means to serve the colony. Like, who do they think grows their food? Ghosts? Cal picks at a loose thread on the sack he's sitting on. Man, this whole war is lightspeed stupid, he mutters. Lum and his people come crashing in here and think they run the bloody place because they have bombs and guns and nobody stops to think, like, maybe we're actually the invasive species here. Yep. What can we do about it, though? I don't know, man. I'm just a farmer, Cal says. But even I know there's gotta be a better way than this. Agreed. He runs his hand through his hair. There has to be a way to live in harmony with nature. You're right. We just have to find it. I'm glad you agree, Cal says. I just feel like we just showed up and plopped ourselves right in the middle of the food web, Cal continues. And we didn't even think for a second about the chaos that would cause on the ecosystem. We owe it to this planet to do our best to try and understand. Yep. Cal's shoulders slump in a sigh, and he pushes himself to his feet. Man, I wish I could still talk about this stuff with Anemone, he says, slinging the sack of fertilizer over his broad shoulders again. You can see why Red wanted to get him in the defense force so badly. I miss her, Cal admits. I miss that we used to be so close when we were kids. He shakes his head. But she's gone all human supremacist now, and I just can't stomach that, you know? Yeah, I understand. Ghosts growing their food sounds like a sumi game. Horror game about ghosts growing food in an exocolony. Anything sci-fi is for you? Yeah, sci-fi is normally not for me, but this one is pretty damn good. I am in awe of all the different styles and the great story so far. Like, the writing is really good. Tammy beams when she sees you. Like there's nothing better in the world than the sight of your face. Happy birthday, Eleonora, she exclaims. She comes in for her annual birthday hug, throwing her arms around you and giving you a great big squeeze. Here, I got you this. Ah, the cake. Thank you. Share it. I'm not gonna read this again because we always do this. It's the same every year. I'm gonna give her a flower though. You love these. Yes. You like sci-fi, just not horror. I know. So, we're at war then, Tang says, fiddling with her microscope. I'm of mixed feelings. First of all, nature has been at war with us since the day we landed. So if it takes an official declaration in order to secure more resources for engineering, I accept it. Welcome to the good fight, administration. She pulls back from the microscope and blinks, rubbing her eyes. On the other hand, it's ridiculous to declare war on an intangible enemy. One may as well declare a war on aging. Well, that's something we kind of have done as well. As gorgeous as you are nowadays, I do not agree with the choices you've made. You feel the weight of a pair of eyes on you as you approach Nem. Looking around, you see Vase staring at you with a suspicious expression. Hey, Eleonora, Nem says, greeting you with a smile. What's up? Oh, Vase is a controlling asshole, and he's got Nem in his clutches. Shite. Give her the egg. You're a hero, Nem says, taking the egg. And I'm starving. I'm gonna get to the kitchen to cook this up right away. Good luck with that. Rex is staring across the colony at the garrison, watching the soldiers go through their drills. I'm not so sure about this war, he says, scowling. Seems a little bit like a bunch of big dick soldiers. Got it in their heads to start killing things just because they don't look human enough. He sniffs in derision. I'm more human than they are, and I'm part dog. Exactly. Hugs incoming. He throws his arms wide and laughs, catching you as you throw yourself into his arms. He spins you around and growls into your neck, squeezing you tightly. It's a good hug. The kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. Yay. My mom and dad asked if I was getting serious with anyone, Nomi says, wrinkling their nose. Gross or Rooney, right? Oh man. What can I give you? Do you like these, maybe? You do? Nomi gasps and takes a strange device, turning it over in their hands. For me? Really? Can't wait to crack it open and see what makes it tick. Okay, that's kind of cool. Ooh. You find Nomi in the lounge, flanked by 2 holoscreens and doodling in a sketchbook with real paper. One holoscreen is playing an animated kids show, while the other is a wall of text that looks like it might be a translation guide of some kind. Nomi's attention moves between the 3 easily. When they see you, they jump and quickly close their holoscreen, sitting up straight and clutching their sketchbook to their chest. Oh, hi, Eleonora, they giggle, rubbing the back of their head charmingly. How you doing? Is that in a different language? Well, yeah, Nomi says, wrinkling their nose. It's better in the original language, but the subtitles don't tell the whole story either. Nomi sets their sketchbook aside and looks around, conspiratorially. I thought you were gonna bust me for jailbreaking my holopad, they say. All the Helio kids have restrictions on what we can watch and for how long, but you guys have so many more cartoons than we had. Nomi throws their arms in the air. Like the first season of Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform? What? What's that? Nomi gasps. You've had Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform this whole time. I mean, you've never seen it. They cry, slapping their hands to their cheeks. It's only the best show ever made. What else has schoolgirls who look like aircraft from the waist down, battling evil aliens while dealing with the stress of high school life? Yeah, nothing. Fair. The Helio Media Archive only had season 2 through 9, and only 3 of the OVAs. Nomi says, puffing their cheeks out. I can't believe in the 4th OVA, Flight Captain Yumiko gets captured by the aliens and brainwashed into thinking she's been an alien sleeper agent the whole time. Is that what you're drawing? Eleonora! Nomi exclaims, snatching their sketchbook up again. Don't peek. Nomi laughs and flips over their sketchbook, showing off some of their drawings. I was drawing some fan art for the show, they say. Well, it's kind of fan art. Okay, it's really more like if I was a character in Hypergirl Turbojet Transform. What kind of aircraft would you be? Nomi blinks at you, clearly stunned by your interest. Oh, well, okay, kind of. You see, all the cool aircraft are already taken, and it's rude to be a double. They press the tips of their index fingers together and look thoughtful. Sometimes I draw my character, as something weird, like a hot air balloon. But then I think, it would be kind of cool if I was the only regular human in the Turbo Girl Hyperjets. Fair. Yeah. Go do that. Does Rex want a cake? Aw, thanks, Eleonora, but I'm trying to watch my figure. Only on his birthday we can give him gifts. So we have to find different ways to... I am absolutely not going to interact with you, asshole. I refuse. We have a... I like that. You leave the front gates and see Dice talking to one of the senior surveyors. He listens intently to their instructions, and the surveyor hands him a satchel of instruments and claps him on the shoulder before walking away. Dice turns to you. Hey, Eleonora, he says. He hikes the satchel on his shoulder and gives you a shy smile. It's still kind of weird to be allowed to be outside the walls. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Oh. Dice a secret too? No, we don't need that. Remember when we used to sneak out? Dice's eyes crinkle at the corners. It was so easy to avoid Chief Surveyor Tonian, he says wistfully. He ducks his head. Too bad he's dead. He was really nice to me. Aww. Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you've seen? Dice looks up at the sky with a thoughtful look. There's this big rock in the western ridges that's almost totally flat on top. And when I get near it, it makes me feel happy. He smiles. It's so strange, and it's really hard to leave. The first time I went there, I laid on the top of it for so long that I almost missed the transport back. I know it's my job, but I haven't told anyone about it yet, he says. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like it wants to be kept a secret. Sounds kind of romantic. An isolated place that makes you feel good? Yeah. Dice blinks at you, like the thought truly hadn't crossed his mind. He frowns. I guess, he says, as if the word tastes bad in his mouth. Dice looks pretty busy, so you say goodbye and let him get back to his work. You'll have to let him keep some of his secrets. For now. All good. You'll learn more about him, though. He's wild, he can't be controlled. He's adventurous. He's absolutely a rebellion. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a bit of a rest with Rex. Or at least where we can get some friendship with Rex. Relax in the lounge. Oh, it's Dice this time. You spot Dice listening to music and ask what band. He shares his playlist of something he calls post-punk, mid-21st century. It's kind of whiny, but it sounds nice once you get used to it. Fair. Do I want to forget either of these? No, these are really good cards. Why would I want to forget these? Yes. Keep the memories. Okay, we have all our energy back, or at least our mental capabilities again. Don't think anyone wants to talk with us. So what are we gonna do? Say something with biology. Reasoning. Biology organizing. Good idea. Your work often overlaps with Tension's work in biochemistry and genetic labs. So it's not uncommon for her to pop by and ask questions about what you're working on, or for you to ask her for help interpreting some test results. She's uncharacteristically animated whenever she gets to talk about science, almost like she's a whole different person. She even laughs sometimes. Don't you think it's so interesting how Vertumnant species resist being classified by any known taxonomy? She asks, peering into the rude network you've sandwiched between pieces of clear glass. She stands up. It feels like everything is a little bit fungal, she says. Spores, fruiting bodies, mycelial networks, even in animals. Laughing is allowed? Yeah, why wouldn't it? Some animals here even photosynthesize. She nods excitedly. The division between plant, animal, and fungus is less strict here than it was on Earth. At the cellular level, many animal species have properties of plants and vice versa. She launches into an explanation of how high energy bonds store energy and require a metal catalyst like iron in human blood and chlorophyll in green earth plants. But how the different use of Vertumnant plants must mean they use an entirely unknown elemental catalyst, possibly not even a metal at all. It's a little advanced for you, but Tang is very excited about it. She stops and takes a breath, winded by her own monologue. Sounds, Eleonora! If Vertumnant plants and animals share an elemental catalyst, and we found out what it is, we can learn so much about this planet. Show her a beautiful flower instead? No. Help advance her theory? Yes, we're gonna do that, but first I'm gonna put in some lights. Sorry about this. There we go. Oh, that. I have a feeling that's not even making things better. I'm not sure what's going on though. That is slightly better. Fine. Let me close my bug screen and then I'm gonna continue. Okay, help advance our theory. You show Tangent what you've been working on. All the samples and simulations, the results of scans and experiments. Incredible, Tangent says, going over your notes. We've been attempting to map the genomes of various samples in order to construct a phylogenetic tree. But we're at capacity already. Can I take this? Of course. Tangent smiles. Thank you, Eleonora. This is more helpful than I can say. Chief Engineer Instance forwards you some kudos for sharing your research. We helped Tangent. Bad boy, what you got? Wait, what? When a fly screen is in the way, you have highly severe needs. Yeah, that's gonna be happening, but I think he's been sleeping most of the day because it was raining, so he might actually be out for quite a while. And not start annoying me, hopefully, for a while. 38? Okay. +1 to mental blue cards. 1 slot card gets 3. Extra. Made almost no rain, thankfully. Nice. Oh, that's annoying. So I would have to do this. And then that one. And then this one. Oh. I mean, like this? Sure, why not? There you were inside almost all day. Yeah, same. I should get out tomorrow. Bit more biology, nice. Okay. That was late quiet. It's early pollen, which means it's Rex's birthday. Oh, hi, Dice. Rex beams as you unveil his birthday cake. You remembered, he cheers. Thank you. Yes, I did. Also, you're welcome. Hey, Dice. We've already read this. Let me see. Bravery, perception. Yeah, I want the biology, but let's also, we haven't seen any medicinal roots in ages, which I think is strange. This one. Yeah, let's do this one. Today in class, you're studying genetic enhancements. Nearly everyone in the class has one, chosen for them by their parents before they were born. Our gene tech is capable of making the most delicate adjustments to an embryo's genetic code. Instance says proudly. It doesn't take much to change not only your own destiny, but that of the human race itself. She smiles a little at Tang, who smiles back. Looking around the class, you see an incredible array of genetic modifications. Animal features, enhanced sensory organs, and the like. And there is much more that you can't see. Instance gestures around the room. You may not even be aware of some of the genetic modifications of your friends. If you have an invisible modification, feel free to share it with the class. Most kids share their genetic enhancements. If they have them, temperature doesn't bother me. Cal answers when it's his turn. I'm not never too hot or too cold. I'm always just right. Someone jokes that Cal doesn't sweat. That explains why he smells like flowers and sunshine all the time. Tang keeps quiet and skips her turn to share. We're not gonna do this. It's okay to have secrets, Tang. Yeah. You're sitting close enough to Tang that it's easy to lean over and tell her she doesn't have to be ashamed. She rolls her eyes. I don't care who knows, she scoffs. I just don't want to make anyone jealous. I sleep half as much as a regular person. It's unbelievable how much of their lives people waste being unconscious. Sad, really. I do not like this one, so we're gonna go with this one. Thanks, Rox. Study mostly. And snack. I eat approximately 50% more than someone who sleeps all night. You're not sure if she noticed you were flirting or not. Good. Let it be like that. Ooh. This one. That one. Nice. Like that then? Oh, no, that's not enough. We need to go for one of these. Yep. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's still not enough. Oh, we're so close to it though. Early pollen done next month. And it is almost time for an ad break. Look at the cuties. Cal is holding an ice pack to his face. Hey, Eleonora, he greets you, giving you a half-hearted wave. Don't worry, he says, indicating the swelling scrape across his cheek. Kinda weird how me and Rex get so clumsy around the Helio kids, huh? He gives you a significant look. Huh? What did you and Rex do? Mm-hmm. Right. Sammy is working on something that involves a lot of yarn and shining beads. She looks up and gives you a tired smile. Hello, Eleonora. How nice to see you. Sorry, Cal, what? You look over Nomi's shoulder and see that they are drawing a whole page dedicated to native autumnal plants. They look up at you and rub their cheek with the end of their pencil. I know we're supposed to believe in Governor Lum, they confess, but what if we accidentally hurt the planet? What if some of the super cool plants and animals die? They look down at their page. I just think it'd be really sad if that happened. I agree with you, Nomi. Absolutely agree with you. Right, we're gonna take a little break. And yeah, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. There will be ads. You can mute them, no worries. Just let them play, and I would love it if you stick around for it. For the rest of the stream mostly. Get yourself a drink, a snack, go to the bathroom, stretch, walk around. Whatever you need right now to get actually more comfortable after the break. Hope to see you in a bit. Thank you for sticking around. Okay. Yeah, I want the biology up to the next part. Thank you, Smurf. Thank you. I'm just wondering what is a better idea. Doing that through here. It gives me more organizing. But reasoning is also really nice to have, right? Yeah. Let's do one of this and then 2 of the other. Because how much do we still need? About 7, I think. Yeah. Because this is just 34. Yeah. And this is 30, and this is 26. Yeah, let's go and get this one now, and then do the other one where we get some reasoning later. Cal calls out to you as you're walking through geoponics. Eleonora, hold up. He jogs over to you. Have you ever thought about working on the farm? I really, really need some more people, especially if they already know some stuff about plants. Can you help, please? Yeah, I can, Cal. I think that's a great idea. I love plants and working on the farm. Cole lets out a huge sigh of relief. Oh, good, he says. Just come by whenever you have time, okay? Like today would work, or tomorrow. We can have farm in the geoponics. Nice. Let's have a little look at what that would mean. 37. Holy cow, where is this coming from? Oh, that's a trivia champion. Okay, so if I do this, you're gonna be 7. If I do never mind, we're just gonna do super goal anyways. Whatever. +4 biology. Okay, let's go. That is really good. Now we only have to do this once more. Late pollen. So farming, work on the farm. What does that give us? Biology and toughness. Interesting. Okay. And of course, new dialogues, which is also always interesting. I don't think anyone wants to talk. Oh, well, Cal wants to talk. You catch Cal at the gate to the gardens. He's carrying a big bag of rocks. Hi, Lenora, he exclaims. Hey, did you know they're opening a new park near Geoponics, Cal says? It'll be nice to have a calm place to rest in nature, but still be safe inside the walls. He smiles. I helped build it. Hey, that's nice. Another place to relax at. Okay, so we're gonna have a little look at that. Because now we have 3 places to relax. Quite sure this is giving me points with Cal as well, which is not necessarily something I need. Oh no, it's not giving anyone. Oh, okay. Maybe at some point. But let's work on that farm. Cal meets you at the gate to the gardens. He looks a little worn out. Okay, Eleonora. I'm glad you're here. I could really use your help, honestly. Ever since your dad died, you've heard the rumors. Some people think this job is cursed after he took both your parents. He winces. Sorry, I mean, ever since they put me in charge, it's just been non-stop around here. Come on, let me show you the ropes. Finally, some real farming. Cal shows you around the fields and the geoponic domes. We've got it all. Hydroponics and greenhouses and fields, native and earth crops, there's lots to do. He frowns. We gotta figure out a way to farm these native plants better though, he says. We owe it to your mom. You spent the rest of the day pulling weeds and watering plants. You're dirty up to your waist by the time you're finished, but it's good, honest work. You're proud to be able to do something that helps out the colony. Cal gives you a high five and invites you for a cold drink at the cafeteria. All the other agriculturists join you. Of all the places in the colony you've worked, geoponics is the most like a family. Maybe because they've always been your family, thanks to your mom and dad. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, nope, that one. And it's a super cool. I'm not gonna be mad about that. Let's go. And we made biology. Let's go. That's cool. That one is halfway now. Also nice. Early dust. New perk. Collectibles respawn faster and more slots are filled. Ooh. Well, thank you. Hi, Kel. Hi, Rex. Just gonna have a little look around. There we go. That's one. Let's just give it instantly to Tummy. You walk past Cal and... Oh, right. Yeah, we already got that one. Hi. I know. Enjoy. Everyone's so serious all the time, Nomi says, touching at her chin with the tip of their finger. I'm trying my best to help. Even if I'm not good at soldier stuff, I can at least make things to make people smile. That's important too, right? Yup. Enjoys a strange device. I really do not know what makes her tick. Tang is sitting before an array of hollow screens, all showing different graphs. Making decisions based on the mistake of the humans were purposefully left behind on Earth is foolishness, she says, between bites of her protein bar. We may as well ask the stars for guidance, like astrologers. No, I will not be taking questions at this time. I kind of want to see what she does with a crystal cluster. Nope, that's not it. Oh, hello. Tenjin is about to duck back into engineering when you approach. She winces and shields her eyes from the sun. She looks at you miserably, and you notice that her right eye is glowing faintly. It's my new hollow eye implant, Tang says. Its ghostly glow snaps in and out of existence as she blinks. I seem to be experiencing some unpleasant side effects from it, similar to that of an ocular migraine, Tang confesses. Instance warned me that this level of visual information can be difficult for the human brain to comprehend at first. You agreed to follow her to engineering to get out of the sun. It's similar to a holopalm, she explains, still holding her forehead and squinting, but with an infinitely large screen because it projects it directly into the oculus. It used to belong to Dr. Instance, but she passed it down to me to help with my work. Maybe you should take it out. I'm sure you'll get used to it soon. Tang sets her jaw and nods, determined. I know I will. It's only pain. It's more than an implant, Tang continues as you follow her to the Met Bay labs. Hollow eyes are on the very forefront of human augmentation. They represent our next step towards ascending as a species. She touches the red scar where her holopalm used to be. No more clunky screens, no privacy concerns, she says quietly. Elegant, integrated design. It observes the motion of my hands and uses it to generate an AR interface for my entire field of vision. It's partly powered by my own metabolism. Through the magnets embedded in my skull, it's beautiful. Nobody else is here, and you hear the gentle hum of experiments running in the corner. This kind of technology is so far beyond what we're capable of reproducing in the colony, Tang sighs, rubbing her temple under the implant. Once they're gone, they're gone. Maybe Earth will send us a shipment of new ones someday, but I expect they've developed something more advanced since we left Earth. I suppose it's more likely they've forgotten about us completely. The quiet hum of the laboratory is shattered by an alarm. Tang jumps at the sudden noise and shuts her eyes tight. I have to get this, she mutters, gesturing in the air to silence the ringing. The simulation I'm running is time sensitive, she explains. The specimens require minute changes to their environment every 2 hours. Temperature, humidity, light levels. She grimaces. If we had better automation, this wouldn't be a problem. I can help with your migraine. You know what? Let's try that one. You are in medbay after all. You rummage around for a bottle of triptans and a cold towel. Tangent grudgingly swallows the migraine medicine and lays down on a mat bed with a towel over her eyes. You shake your head. This girl needs to take better care of herself. As you apply pressure to her temples, she slowly breathes in and out. After a few minutes, the tension in her face eases. I feel less human now. Thank you, she says with a small smile. She wobbles over to her experiment, where she uses the computer to set the environmental parameters for what seems to be some sort of fungal growth comparison. When she's finished, Tang slumps down on the floor in a corner, where it's nice and dark. She folds her arms and lays her head on them. That should buy me 2 more hours. Tang shifts over, wordlessly inviting you to sit down beside her. Her arm is cool to the touch as it rests against yours. Tang turns to you. Thank you for your existence. It was nothing. Let me take care of you. Ooh. Where are we with Tang? We are high up with Tang though. But we're actually after her brother. It was nothing. Tang gives you a slight smile, barely visible in the faint glow of her hollow eye. Then thanks for nothing, I suppose, she says. Please don't tell Instance that my body is adjusting poorly to the hollow eye, she adds. It's only temporary. This stupid flesh prison is not allowed to draw the limits of my form. Oh man, you're gonna wear yourself out, girl. You are gonna wear yourself out. Did we come here first? Let me check. Oh. Apply to assist a doctor. I think that's a great idea, actually. But also, we need some more reasoning. How much is reasoning right now? 53. Animals is a 62. Can we... Do we have anything with animals here? No. You can think of more fun ways to wear yourself out? Yeah. Fair enough. Oh, that's a good one for reasoning. And a bit more empathy. Let's do that. Tang flags you down in the hallway. Oh, I don't know, do you have a moment? You got out on expeditions sometimes, right? She asks. At least far more than I do, or would ever wish to. So, would you mind doing me a favor? Depends, what is it? It's a small thing, really, and I'm to understand it's not terribly dangerous either, Tang replies. I simply need you to bring me some hop-eye eggs. The next time you come across a nest out there. I would have asked Dice, but, well... She makes an evocative, dismissive gesture. I'll keep an eye out for them. That's all I ask, Tang replies primly. They're quite common if the reports from the foragers are to be believed. They tell me that they commonly find nests in the Valley of Vertigo. It's positively lousy with them. Okay. Well then. Absolutely that one. 6. And then... that one. Like this. Yes. Nice, super cool. Let's go. 5 reasoning. Whew. Very cool. Nice. This year's Vertonalia is ushered in with a big military band, horns and drums, supplemented by recordings of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum strides out of command on a grand red carpet and ascends the stage through raucous applause. "Thank you, everyone," he calls out over the din. "Look at you. Look at this colony finally truly united." "All it took was a common enemy," he declares. "I look at you beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people, and I see a fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay, Vertumna. Do you hear me?" He raises his arms and roars, "Do you hear me, Vertumna? We humans aren't going to hide anymore. And that's gonna be your demise." Lum gestures for Security Chief Rat to join him on stage, and then continues. "The original fugitive colonists got it wrong. In Roman mythology, Vertumnus was the god of cultivation, not of rampant chaotic growth." He clenches his hand into a fist. "We need to clear the field before we plow it. Vertumna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated." Red crosses his arms and nods disagreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Lum is letting on. Lum descends from the stage and does a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. Oh, In the vacuum left by his presence, Chief Administrator Seek takes the podium and clears their throat. "I want to announce that this will be the last year that festival contests will be held." "What?" A sound of protest rises from the crowd, and near the front, Lum just shrugs theatrically a mouse. "Not my fault." Seek looks down at him pointedly and then continues. "This war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable, time." "Hey, I've got some good news," Lum adds, jumping back up on the stage. "This one's really gonna knock your socks off. The colony has its first pregnancy." Tammy's pregnant. That's something she really, really wanted. I am now curious if Cal is actually the dad. That would be cool. The crowd murmurs in excitement, and Lum beckons Tammy to join him. "Everyone, give a round of applause for Aspartame here, for Tumna's first mother." Tammy is bead red all the way to the tips of her ears, but she dutifully does a little twirl so Lum can show her off. "Look at her," he exclaims. "So vibrant, so healthy, just like our young colony. We're so proud of you, Tammy. Your child is going to join the ranks of the greatest species the universe has ever seen." Lum pumps his fists in the air. "Humans, let me hear you, Vertumna." Wait, Tammy is pregnant? Yeah, what age was Tammy again? Oh, she's 19. She was older than we were. Yay, Tammy, for getting late. Yeah, fair, but... Is Cal 18 then? Yeah, that's young. Tammy descends from the stage into a gaggle of surprised and excited friends. OMG. Is it really true? Morse asks immediately, taking Tammy by the hands. "Yes," Tammy exclaims, like the secret is bursting out of her. "I'm finally going to be a mummy, just like Aunt Anne." And she really, really wanted that, so I am happy for her. You take a good look at Tammy. You haven't seen a pregnant person in years. Not since you landed, at least. Aren't they supposed to glow? Tammy looks radiant with pride and excitement. Looking more closely, you realize that her dress is starting to curve out around her belly. Every baby born to the colony, even you and your friends, is a complex arrangement of inherited, donated, and altered genes. And sometimes not even related to their parents. If the council let Tammy have a baby, does that mean there will be more soon? Will they expect you to have a baby? Oh god, are we gonna get into this part? So it might not even be Cal's. It might not even be Cal's. Cal runs over from where he was standing with his family and sweeps Tammy up in a big hug, twirling her around. "So proud of you," exclaims, then rests his hands gently on her belly. "Sorry, too much spin? You okay, little hot pie?" And they look at each other adoringly. Okay, he is all in though. He is happy with this. So, guess that has been discussed. As you stand around and marvel at Tammy's news, the adults will start putting away the chairs and setting up for the games and contests. Mars puts her hands on her hips. So, she starts, what does everyone think about this war on nature? I think it's stupid, Cal says immediately. I know survival is important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here. Mars rolls her eyes. Duh, of course you'd think that. She mutters. Personally, I think Lum is a total nullhead. He's not that much older than me. What is he, like 24? 32. We checked, sorry. And everyone listens to him? She flips her hair over her shoulder. They should listen to me instead. That's not how this works, Marts, but sure. Finally, you're all called to participate in the games. The last ones. Maybe forever. If this war on nature ever ends, you'll probably be an adult. As your friends will separate into their usual games, you realize that this may be the last time that you just get to be kids. What do you choose? Again, trivia? Like we just do not have anything higher. Wait. Only persuasion. You know all about exoplaneting? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go with trivia again. Tangent is out for blood this year. She snaps at anyone who tries to talk to her before the trivia begins. And complains that she's been cramming so hard on pop culture that she feels like her brain is about to explode. Meanwhile, Nomi Nomi just bobs along to the music in their ear speak as they wait. Totally unbothered. Okay, let's go. 90. Oh goodness. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there then. Something. Wait, we could give it... No, let it be like this, I think. Yeah, fine. Oh, this is gonna be something. $37. We're not gonna get that out of here. We're gonna get 10. Should we take this dress? Can we? No, not that one. Oh, it is that one actually. Sure. Tang's cramming clearly paid off for her. She strong competition until the category about Old Earth slang, where you clearly pull ahead. You snatch victory from her clutches, and she grudgingly accepts your superiority in all things trivia. After the festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the human offensive against the planet. I do not like this. This is not going in the right direction. Yeah, I want my reasoning up. Yeah. You're helping Tammy brush up on her math and chemistry. Auntie Seaton says that I need to measure when I'm baking, she says, staring timidly at her hands. When I'm baking, I just go by how the dough feels or looks or smells, and it always works out. When I try to measure and think too hard, I get it wrong. She tucks in her ear. Brum brum, you will go to bed now and read a little before sleep gets you, and tomorrow it's Tales of the Shire time. Ooh, nice! Hopefully your headache won't be too much of a bother so you can get some time at the game. I hope so too, Brum Brum. Have all the fun, sleep well, and thank you for being here for a while. Hope to see you next time. Bye, dear. Bye-bye. She told me that if I want to do it by feel, then I need to get better at chemistry too. She showed me this long textbook about food chemistry and how proteins combine to form gluten and how acid makes things fluffy and soft. She blinks. I didn't know any of that. Aren't acids bad? Why would I put them in food? We're gonna go easy on her. She'll never learn if she isn't enjoying it. You gently encourage Tammy as you read through the food chemistry textbook together and work on some practice tests, even when she gets every question wrong. Though she'll probably never be a chemistry whiz like Tang, she blossoms with every compliment, slowly gaining confidence in her abilities. This isn't as scary as I thought it would be, she says, as she closes her hollow palm. Thanks, Eleonora. You're welcome, Tammy. When the lesson is over, Tammy insists she bakes you a cake to show you what she's learned. She didn't really understand the lessons, but she has the confidence to taste it as she goes and adjusts the recipe based on a gut feeling, now informed by some solid book learning. Did she really learn anything about math or chemistry? Maybe not, but she is a better baker now, and that was her goal. I love that. She happily gives you a piece in thanks for being such a good teacher. It's not bad. We aren't sure she should be thanking you. All good though. Ooh, yeah, I love that we now have these. Like, done. I'm just gonna throw that one in for good measure and getting a super goal. There we go. Let's go. Three away, right? Because this is now... Yeah. Done. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Tammy wants to talk. Tammy wants to talk. Tammy is sweeping the front stoop of the lounge, humming a little song to herself. As you approach, you see her stand up straighter and rub her back. Now that you know, it's clear she's pregnant. You wonder how you didn't catch on before Vertunalia. It's still mind-blowing that she's going to have a baby. The first child born from someone who was themselves born in space. It's hard to believe she's only 1 year older than you. No, she's 2 years older. She's 19. Little Tammy, who cries when toys break and is scared to leave the walls. She's going to be a mom. Tammy looks up as you approach and smiles. Hello, Ainonora. It's so nice out today, don't you think? She always thinks it's a nice day, even when it's pouring rain. It must be nice to be so cheerful all the time. I can't believe you're pregnant. Tammy laughs and ducks her head. Well, believe it, she says, smiling to herself. It's definitely real. I have the swollen ankles to prove it. Are you sure about this? No, what are you gonna name it? She considers this. I'm not sure, she says. I was thinking maybe something to do with plants, or maybe a flower. She flushes a pretty shade of pink. Cal will probably think of something really nice. Aww. Tammy leans on her broom with a dreamy smile. I thought about it for a long time, and talked to Aunt Anne and Dr. Instance. She says, I've always known I wanted children. Hey, Easy, welcome in. Congrats on getting that 3rd seed planted. How are you doing? How was your stream? Did you raid Monster? Because I was lurking at yours and now I'm at Monsters. Did you raid Monster? I love that. Thank you so much. He was in a bit of a funk over the past couple of days. That probably helped him a lot. Thank you. It was fun, mentally tired now though. I fully understand that you've been going for a while. What's for dinner? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Homemade hamburger. Oh, you lucky. Go enjoy them. She gave us a thought. Lots of them. So why not get started now? Aunt Anne and I are going to run the new crash, so I'll have plenty of help raising them. The same way I was raised, she adds. Yes, enjoy your food. I might not be the strongest or smartest person in the colony, but I'm going to be the best mom. I know I can do this. I think she can too. Yeah, I have to say. Do you ever want kids, Eleonora? 1 or 2 maybe. This world is too dangerous for baby. Ooh. Yeah. I think we're gonna go with 1 or 2, maybe. Tammy smells indulgently. That's nice, Eleonora. I can't wait to see them in the crash. Tammy goes back to sweeping the stoop, adding little snippets of lyrics to her made-up song. Yeah. Let us... Do you want to talk? No. Go to Rex. Rex whistles as you approach, giving you a heated up and down with his eyes. Ooh. Do you do something different with your hair? He asks, then leans in to sniff you. New perfume? No, is that a new shirt? Whatever you're doing, it's working for you. He makes a claw with one hand and growls sexily at you, then cracks up. Oh, I would too. If you act like that, yeah. I would be laughing at that. Rex folds you into his arms, bending his whole body to you. Smells warm and a little spicy, like clean sweat and sunshine. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. You're a cutie. You are a cutie. Hey, Dice. Dice is kneeling with his hand flat on the ground. Sometimes I swear I can hear the planet talking, he says. Everyone always told me I was weird. Maybe they were right. I don't think they are. Do we have anything with reasoning here? Bravery. Perception animals. Perception biology. Perception engineering. I kind of just want to, like, do something with dice. So, either bravery or... How much does animal still needs? That's 62. We don't need a perception. That's a bit annoying. Let's go for bravery today. Let's go with bravery today. Oh. Okay, fine. How much do we have? 45. Okay, cool. You report to the expedition stand to find not just Utopia, but Security Chief Red and Vase as well. I just can't spare any more of my people. Do something with dice, huh? Yeah. You've already pulled almost all of the foragers, and we're already running skinned crews in the riches as it is. There's one person you can spare, Red replies, turning to face you. Hello, Eleonora. How'd you like to transfer on to one of my hunting parties? Utopia tells me you're one of her best explorers. We could use someone like you. He indicates Face. I need someone who can keep up with this one. Face puffs his chest out proudly. I would never kill a living creature. Face scoffs. Even if it was trying to kill you. I knew his Strato kids were soft. Didn't know you were suicidal too. Didn't say that. Not everyone's cut out for life or death situation, Drat, says. Then turns to you. You know, Eleonora, it's not all killing, he continues. Sometimes it's about tracking and identifying dangerous creatures before they reach our wolves. You wouldn't necessarily have to kill them. He holds up his hand. But you don't have to decide just yet. Talk to Utopia later if you change your mind. I won't. I'm not gonna join your forces. Abso-freaking-lutely not. Get wrecked. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, we need these because we are out of them. Do we have anything here? No. We're gonna see if we can find dice around here. He's one of the... Oh, more wood. Another flower. Oh, you know what? I kind of like this idea. Yeah, do it. You hear a sad hiccuping sound and follow it to find a sick hop-eye. It's hunched down low, its foot completely nestled under its body and shivering uncontrollably. So much which must be a game about teenagers. Wow. Wow, Yip. Is that where your thoughts go? Its enormous eyes roll around in confusion and fear at your approach. Make it comfortable. You bring it water cupped in a leaf and put some fronds over it for shade and protection. Nice. This is the best you can do for it, the poor thing. You hope it won't get eaten by something, but life is tough out here in the wild. Okay, that's a good one actually. What would do that? You've rendered Easter. Keep exploring. Oh, this is just the end of that part. Fine. There's more though. If we go this way. Or at least there should be. Me? What? My cat was that? Sure. Is there not more? Oh no, this is actually it. Do we want to keep exploring more? Or are we fine with this? Fine. You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blobgrass. Totally transparent, the sticky fronds are hard to see, but even harder to ignore, especially once they start glomming onto your boots and slowing you down. It's like trudging through thick mud. You stubbornly decide to keep going, paying close attention to the visible signs of this blobgrass field. And there aren't many, just an absence of other vegetation. Look for a path through a perception challenge. Luckily, we have very high perception, so we should be fine here. No. +2 to lost card. Why not? That was half of it. That's good. Are you? Oh. We only need 5 more. Let's go. Just because we can. More perception. We don't need more perception. We're full. There it is. You can hop along from that rock to that fallen log, then climb over those old pieces of surfing equipment. You get through the villainous blobgrass. You spend a bunch of time on it though, and it takes some tricky balancing. It's tiring. That's okay. We do one more. Let's do one more. How about this one? You come across a float cow that seems to be ill. She's floating upside down, a meter off the ground, kicking her segmented legs into the air periodically, as though trying to right herself. Her slitted eyes look at you imploringly. She makes a helpless, lowing noise and tries again to flip over, but the ratio of gas to liquid must be unbalanced. Figure out what's wrong with her. You take a closer look at the float cow. You've heard they float using a certain ratio of liquid to gas in their membranous bladders. So after some consideration, you figure out that the bladder on her back must be too full of liquid. Pop the float cow. Milk the float cow. Milking it makes no sense. There's nothing for it. You have to pop her dorsal bladder and let the liquid drain out, or she'll never be able to flip over. She struggles and screams as you open your utility knife and jab it into her bladder. Immediately, you're drenched by a hot explosion of what you hope is milk. Gross. The float cow spirals away as a sudden jettison of liquid propels her away from you. You hope she'll be okay? But you are decidedly not okay with how you smell now. Yeah, fair. That's all good though. All good. Animals up now. We have an extra slot. Done. Why Stan and not milk? Huh? But we have an additional slot. So what am I gonna throw in there? Stab. Because milking, like, it was the bladder that was full and not the others. Like, milking would mean on her upper part. That's not gonna help her turn around. I would say this one so that we have more combat. Yeah. I think that's not a bad idea. I see. Yeah. For now, we're gonna do it like this. But we are gonna go to the shop. What does bravery do? For both social and dangerous situations. Or more persuasion. Encouragement to command people and speak in public. I don't really care about that. Oh, this was the one with all the, to all of these. It's not a bad thing either. 2 times bonus for straights. Twice the usual bonus for straights of 3, 4, or 5 cards. That is actually really cool. We don't have enough for that. Do I want to keep... I'm not far off. I think we're gonna keep saving for this one. Okay. Then we are gonna have a little relaxing moment. And see if we can get more friendship with Rex. Relax in the lounge. Ooh, visit the spa. Oh right, the spa makes us forget and we can pay kudos for that. That's what they did. No, we're not going to. That's what the spa did. Relax in the lounge. You nestle in the cushions, close your eyes, and listen to music. You have an archive of over 100 years of music to choose from, but still. You wonder what new songs they're writing these days, 10 million light years away on Earth. The only new music you've heard is when the adults have come up with a new space shanty. It's nice. Good music for harmonizing with your friends as you work, but it's not really something you want in your ears all the time. Okay, fair. No, I don't want to miss any of these. Yep. keep them. Okay. We are back again. Full and energetic. That's good. Again, I kind of want to spend time with dice. Yeah. Yeah, or with Rex. But Rex is only in relaxing parts, I think, if I remember that correctly. No, yeah, no, I want to spend more time with Rex. With Ice, sorry. This is engineering, right? Yeah. Let's get a bit of engineering in, because we don't have, like, exploring nearby is not interesting anymore. Animals we just had. I want that reasoning up, though. Okay, wait. We're gonna first do the reasoning one. And then we're gonna do something with Rex. With dice, good lord. The organizing. Toughness, no. No. Then it is over here. This one. How much reasoning do we need? Perfect. Tammy needs some more help with statistics. You spent a whole month trying to teach her the math, going all the way back to the numeracy basics you learned when you were kids. But she's so anxious about screwing up that she forgets simple things like how to add more than 2 numbers together. It's so frustrating, but you can't show it, because if you do, Tammy only gets more upset and makes even more mistakes. I love this portrait, by the way. That's really cute. Got to work. Oh my god, we're lucky. We are so lucky here with all the... We can just throw this one in for... Doesn't matter. There we go. Done. That was a nice hand. I'm really happy with that. We got our reasoning one. Autoplay Fairy sometimes plays the best hand for... Ooh. Autoplay Fairy sometimes plays the best hand for you. Nice. Thank you. So we got 1, 2, 3 up to the second one open. We got Perception fully open. I think, like, we can do 2 things. I can get 1 more up to the 3rd, but that, or to the 2nd part. But that almost has to be toughness, and I don't want that. Or we're getting... Yeah. Let's just up a couple of them a bit more. New perk. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Oh, hey, Tammy. Tammy looks worried. She's hugging herself and pacing around. Every now and then, her attention turns sharply towards the east wall. Are you okay, Tammy? She's relieved to see you. There's something out there, she says in a quiet voice. Lots of somethings outside the walls. I think they're far away, but I can hear them. What do they sound like? It's like... She struggles to describe the sound. Squeaking. Super high-pitched, really long sounds, like metal or like a broken RoboVac scraping along the floor. Only there are hundreds of them. You shudder at the thought. My dad said he picked these ears as my augmentation to keep me safe. His were the same, but they couldn't keep him safe. She sniffs. I'm scared, and I hate my stupid ears. She bats at them with her fists, tears springing to her eyes. It's okay to be scared. She gives you a long, searching look. No, it's not, she says finally, pouting. I don't want to be scared. It makes me unhappy that is not okay with me. You like to have such cool ears though. Really? You think so? She lets you lean in close for a good look at her enormous elf-like ears. You wonder what it must be like to have such sensitive hearing. Can she hear the grass growing? Can she hear your heartbeat? They're beautiful like the rest of you. That's so sweet. Can you hear me now? Wow. They're neat. I have an idea. You ask if she's considered noise-cancelling sound. The subdermal jawbone conducting hear speak for her holopalm could be calibrated to dampen or block out certain frequencies. She takes a moment to parse what you're saying. Oh, wow. Never even thought of that. I'll try it. I wonder if I'll still feel like me without my special hearing. They're beautiful, like the rest of you. We're gonna throw that in there. Tammy blushes to the tips of her ears and shyly stammers. Thanks, Eleonora. You mentioned running your finger along the curve of her lovely ear, but stop yourself. She apologizes for crying even though you've seen it many times. Tammy is such a caring girl. It's unfair she has to suffer from her sensitive hearing, but so sweet that she doesn't want to be a burden. She gives you a big warm hug and says she's going to head inside soon because it's nice and quiet in there. You leave her rubbing one of her ears thoughtfully. Done. Okay, that was that. Now, you don't want to talk, that's fine. Dice. We are going to go to dice. You don't want to talk either. We have ads incoming. Okay, we're gonna... I think this one is engineering, right? Yeah. We're gonna go for this one. But first we're gonna do the time for tea. Yeah, and I actually want to make tea. So I'm gonna take the break. We're not gonna do a tea time. I'm not gonna keep going. I really want some cup of tea. So I'll be right back. I might be back before the ad start. In that case, we're just gonna do tea time. You know what? I'm just gonna throw in tea time and get myself a break. So this is that one, and I'm gonna quickly make tea. There we go. go. I know a couple of you are in ads, but we're just gonna keep going on. Just continue. Yeah. Let's see. Let's collect the items we can find. And by the time I've run through the whole map, you guys should be back. And then we can do one or two of the, or a couple more of the quest things. Ooh, good one, good to know. I'm gonna do that. So what tea did we get? Chamomile honey. Chamomile honey. One of my favorites. It's a really relaxing blend. And I could use some relaxing stuff. Okay. Chamomile. I think you know it as Camilla. Relaxing stuff? I think you're supposed to smoke that. Wait, what? No. No, no, not that kind of relaxing. Oh, good Smurf. It is a strange word in English. It makes no sense. But it's that chamomile with honey. Okay, we're gonna do this one. You find your way blocked by a massive wall. No, a hollow pillar. Knocked over and lying on its side in the sand. It's absolutely massive. It stretches to your left and right at least 1 kilometer in each direction. Though, at some points it's crumbled enough that you could likely skill over it. Dice is here with us. Check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Okay. 2 if this has the highest fill. Yes. This makes it become a wild one. And this one is unchangeable, and then we have that. Or can we do this one? No, I don't want to do that. Does that make them all? Okay, is that better than this then? It doesn't matter, does it? Oh, it does for some reason. Okay, then we're gonna go with this. That's a nice one. And then we just need 18. That's perfect. Slightly annoying, but fine. You find more scraps of convergent domain writing and technology. You document everything to bring back to Utopia. Cool. What else? Oh. Is that here when we were here? I don't think it was. The sun goes behind a cloud and you feel a light splattering of rain. It sizzles into the dry, hot ground around you, providing a little relief from the heat of the day. Then you realize you don't see a single cloud in the sky ahead of you, and it almost never rains in the western resting ridges. The plants here rely on nighttime dew for moisture. Just run, we're not gonna look up. You bolt for cover with your hand thrown over your head. You don't even care what's up there. You just know that was no rain. Yep, that was no rain. Not what it was. Give me this one. You're getting thirsty. Ah, right. Cold ice for help. Some of us came prepared, he teases. Yes, you did. That's what we were counting on. That's not necessarily fair. It is the last time before close, so we can actually like get whatever we want. I am not necessarily looking forward to the glow this time because we just have no clue what's going to happen, but I have a feeling it's not going to be good. We've had 2 good glows now. I don't think this one is going to be good with how they like declared the war. It sucks being shit on by birds. Thankfully I don't have hair. Yeah, don't start. Don't start. There's a strange heat haze shimmer across the path ahead. Oddly, it doesn't clear up as you get closer. The mirage effect is very strong. The refracted air makes it look like there's a pool of water on the ground and plants waving around it. But something is just off about the illusion. You can't put your finger on why. Yeah, that's almost half. That's perfect. Wasn't planning on starting. I'm not a bird, I think. Fair. Makes kind of no sense, but let's go. Why not? 6. No, we're not going to do that one. That works. Gives us more perception. We don't need that, but fine. The faster you move, the faster the mirage disperses. You approach cautiously. As you do, you realize what is wrong about the mirage. It's impossible. The plants on the other side of the haze are different. Not just wibbly wobbly from the layers of air, but bigger, older. And it's a different time of day. Evening, not morning. Then you see her. It's you. Through the heat haze, you see yourself in the distance walking towards you. You move to the edge of the mirage and peek around it, but she isn't there. You can only see her through the heat haze, like it's some kind of doorway or mirror. We're not gonna jump through it, we're not gonna call out, we're just gonna watch. You just stare at the figure, that person who looks and moves exactly like you. Then you both slowly, carefully approach the mirage. And like mirror images, you both raise one arm, your right and her left, and touch them together. Then the other you says something, but you can't hear. You can only see their lips move. Is it important? A message from the other you? You're desperate to know, but the mirage fades. Ooh. I like this. That is cool. More story, more lore. Let's go. I want this one. You have space for one more? Yeah. Utopia has sent you and Dice to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Up close, you can't help but get the sense that they're alive somehow. They're angular and hard to touch, but they have a sort of sponginess and warmth to them that's a little disconcerting. They emit a humming noise. Dice pokes on one with his finger. Weird. It almost looks like they're breathing. Okay. Let's keep it to this. No, that's not enough. That's fine. Okay. Yep, we're in. Let's go. You notice that they hum the loudest at midday, under full sun. The few crystals that have grown under shaded outcroppings are less vibrant than the others. They kind of look like a virgin domain magnet, don't they? Dice says. Like the organic obsidian or the crystals embedded in the runes. Try blocking the crystal's sun. On a hunch. Oh, give me a second. Should I need some insight? On a hunch, you cover one up with some ferns. After an hour, it stops vibrating. Something deep inside it has gone dormant. The crystal turns clear, like the ones that were shadowed naturally. When you remove the fronds, its color returns. Oh, so it's like photosynthesis. Dice exclaims, but it's not a plant, right? Try uprooting one? Yeah. The fierce hunter returns. Yeah. They do indeed have roots, and they're really tough. You dig around the base of one and expose them so you can see. They're more of the same glass, but rough and frosted, and warm. Much warmer than the surrounding soil. An hour of vibrating? Sorry, not sorry. It's a bit much. The roots go down deeper than you can dig. You won't be able to remove one without breaking it. Are we gonna do that? I mean, I know Dice has no fear, but... leave them alone. No, you know what? We're gonna do it. You wiggle one of the crystals like a loose tooth. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Boom. You're thrown by the explosion. When the dust settles and you brush off the shards of warm crystal... Shadow... Nee, dat gaan we niet doen. Done. Stop that. I'll let you out. He just wanted some water. Sure. Go on. He's impossible. You realize that some of the nearby crystals have also exploded. Are they connected underground? Yes. I know a mycorrhizal network when I see one, Dice exclaims. They're alive. Like fungus, but also kind of artificial. Like the convergent domains buildings. I bet they were used to harvest energy from sunlight. Like living solar panels. I wonder if they've been growing wild this whole time, or... if they still power something. He stops. Wait, are you okay, Eleonora? You dust yourself off and scribble excitedly in your survey notes. This is an important scientific discovery. Agreed. You're too worn out and tired to continue. That's fine. We explored a lot and discovered a lot. Cool. +2 engineering. Lovely. All good. Let's go. Okay. I'm not sure if there are people here who are new to the game, have not been here before. I need you to read the pinned message. Because we don't know what's going to happen in this glow. This is the moment where bad things happen, if they happen. And I have a feeling that this glow is going to be horrendous. Not sure why. But we've had 2 good glows, which felt weird. And now the colony has like declared war on the planet and its nature mostly. All the animals. I am not sure we're gonna be safe here during this glow. So if there's anything in there that might trigger you, be wary. Be very wary. Cal looks troubled as you enter the gardens. Do you hear that? He asks, cocking his head to the side. Usually all the critters make more noise than this. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, me too. Dice is here. It's like an entirely different planet in glow, Dice says, smiling softly out into the illuminated wilderness. It is my favorite season, full of secrets and danger. You're expecting some pain. Yeah, me too. Me too. Right. What are we gonna do this glow? Let's check in with the others, actually. I normally don't really talk to them anymore, but right now I kind of do want to. I keep trying to tell myself that not everyone needs to fight the aliens, Nem says, looking up the colony road to the garden and geoponics domes. But I can't stand it when Cole talks about how we all gotta sing songs and get along. He's so stupid. You've been brainwashed, Nem, and I can't blame them because, like, she lost her brother, and I think she also lost her dad. It's too much. It was too much for her, and she has not coped well. I think she's gorgeous, but she went off the deep end, especially going after this dude. Vase is leaning against the wall of the garrison, looking totally relaxed. If the attack last glow was anything to go on, this one's gonna be a walk in the park, he says. Sure, I'm still training like everyone else, but Nope. What he does apparently not realize is that last time they had a certain bomb that they used on the Faceless. They don't have that anymore. So if we're up against another Faceless, we're screwed. Finally, an acceptable season, Tank says, looking relaxed for the first time all year. Not too bright, not too warm. If only it was like this all year long. Maybe she likes this one. Who knows? Nope. Also not that one. Okay. I want to dive into... Oh, and we need to rest. So we're gonna do that and see if we can get some more friendship with Rex. Dice and Nomi. Dice and Nomi are an unlikely pair, but you can see it. If anyone can power through Dice's gloomy exterior, it's Nomi. When Dice actually talks, it's usually about aliens or mind control rays or zombie fungus. And Nomi loves that kind of stuff. You often see them chatting, and Dice looking a lot more at ease with them than with anyone else in the colony. Still, we're trying. We're trying. This one can go. Yeah, that one can go. Forget. Okay, here we go. You're just putting your boots on to grab dinner in the lounge when you hear the colony sirens begin to wail. It's the yearly attack. Ugh. Couldn't have waited until you ate dinner? Rude. Outside your window, you watch the colony defense begin to mobilize. Your holopom chimes with the usual reminders for all civilian colonists to stay indoors. Well, we're not joining anyways because our bravery is not high enough. How far off are we? 4 points. Shelter in your quarters. That's who we are. Governor Lum is so confident in the colony's defense these days that there aren't even designated emergency shelters. So your room is the safest place to be. You post up in bed and scroll through Grungrian's media library, intending to wait out the attack here. You wait a long time. The sounds of fighting don't cease for hours, long past dinner time and well into the evening, then even past the usual changing of guard. From your window you can see Plas rifle fire atop the walls and the steady pew-pew of the laser turrets, bright flashes fighting back the gloom of glow. You want to stay up, but eventually it gets so late that you force yourself to sleep. After a fretful rest, you awake to the realization that the colony is still under attack. In a perpetual twilight of glow, it's hard to tell the time, but your growling stomach knows. It's well past breakfast, and you missed dinner last night. While you're deciding what to do, your holopom chimes with a priority video announcement. Governor Lum appears on your holopom, looking surprisingly well groomed. Good morning, Vertumna, he says with a calm smile. As you may know, the colony is still engaged in battle against the alien threat. The walls are holding strong and our soldiers keep mowing those xenos down, but there is no sign of stopping yet. All non-combat personnel are to continue to shelter in place while our brave soldiers defend the colony. Non-essential work is suspended. Meals and other supplies will be brought door to door. He clenches his fist. Stay strong, Vertumna. We'll weather this siege together. As he signs off, the colony's social media lights up with conversation. Marta and Nomi are excited to skip work and watch holovids. Tangent is frustrated she can't go to the lab and concerned for her experiments. Cal is worried about the fields. Only Vax and Nem are silent, probably because they're still out there fighting. In the permanent dusk of glow, the day seems to drag on forever. Again, you have to force yourself to sleep with the sound of gunfire drifting through your windows. When you wake up the next morning, you realize you can't stomach another day of being cooped up in your room. Your anxiety has congealed into boredom. Nem and Vase are either fighting or sleeping, and you haven't heard from Dice in days. You bet your other friends would appreciate a visit though. Temmie and Kel, Mars and Tang, Rex and Nomi. Temmie and Kel, as sweet as they are, let them be together. Her with the pregnancy, la la la. We're gonna go to Rex and Nomi. Yeah. I want to spend time with Rex. Rex and Nomi are holed up in Rex's room, looking perfectly comfortable being cooped up in small quarters together. It's just like being in space, Nomi says, snipping at a bit of folded up paper. We're not used to all this wide open space, you know. If you're bored on a ship, you can only move from one tiny room to another tiny room. You have to learn how to make it fun to be wherever you are. They open up the folded paper, creating a chain of paper figures all connected at hands and feet. Rex is puzzling over building some kind of birdhouse for a very big bird. He lays down a line of glue and presses a roof piece onto the walls. Honestly, it's nice to have a day off, he says. I've been meaning to build this xeno house for a month, but the construction crew's been working non-stop. You help Rex with his xeno house and listen to Nomi chatter away. They're so calm. Maybe the siege isn't so bad after all. 4 more days pass. You and your friends remain trapped indoors. forced to listen to the constant sounds of laser fire and rattling turrets from all around the colony. The Xenos never managed to breach the walls, but they just keep coming. Exhausted guards cycle on and off the walls in shifts, dead-eyed and listless. You catch a glimpse of Nem mechanically shoveling soy porridge into her mouth before seemingly to fall asleep sitting up. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you hear a curious sound. Silence. You return out into the colony square to see the soldiers returning from their posts. It's over. Your holopalm lights up with a priority announcement from Governor Lum. The alien attackers have been defeated, he says. The siege has ended. Lum smiles broadly and puffs out his chest. Another year, another win. You're welcome, Vertumna. You're welcome, humanity. I hate him. You're welcome, you hear, and see Chief Red nearby looking livid. What did he do? He rants to his security officers. Race out there like an idiot with his honor guard, defend strategically unsound positions, put himself in danger so he had to save his overstuffed ass? Oh, Red is finally figuring it out. The soldiers all shift uncomfortably, but no one disagrees. And when I actually needed him, Red continues, taking his 12-hour beauty rest with the rest of us slogged through endless shifts. The soldiers are exhausted from the siege, so the crowd in the square disperses quickly. Only a few Helios remain, covertly filming Red while he continues to rail against Lum. No. Why? I really like Rex and Nomi, but could the Helios just have, we did not need them. On the horizon, the first rays of quiet streak the sky with lavender. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew head out through the gates to begin vaporizing Xeno corpses for their component molecules. That night, you have terrible dreams. You're imagining that you're sieging the colony, that you're a creature crawling in the mud on your belly, the ozone crackle of plastirival fire arsing overhead. With your taloned claws, you rip into the walls like they're made of clay, stuffing choking handfuls of it in your mouth. In a moment of lucidity, you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull, it just never ends. The hell? You jolt awake when you realize you've been pulling your own guts out of your throat. Just a dream. You're shaking and coated in a film of terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep again before dawnbreak. What was that about? Well, interesting. We got another full heart with Rex. 1.5 with Nomi even. 17 biology? Nice. Start age 18, I guess. We get anything new? I don't think so. I think these are maybe our, yeah. Cool though. Would have got us quite old already. Antecedent. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Tira? Cal's mom. Life support engineer. I don't think we've met her. Have we met Tira? I don't think we have. She's gorgeous. We've seen Noga before. Younger child full of barely controlled energies who loves games, especially sports pool. So cute. You feel like the planet is trying to communicate with the peaceful peeps? No idea. Yeah. Yeah, that might be actually. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yep. Seek. No, these are the... No. We still have to meet 3 people actually. I'm not sure if we've seen her before. Anyways. Let's be smart and end stream here. While we are at the start of a new year and a new age. We played through, I think, a year and a half. Yeah, about that. So that's kind of what we can do here. Smart? Yes, smart. Wise, whatever you want to... What's that? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let me see. Where am I going to take you guys? Where shall I take you guys? It's always a bit of a guess on Friday evening where I should go with you. Oh, shall we? Yes, I am gonna bring you all to yep, I know what you're trying to do, but we're going to Zet, and Zet is celebrating his birthday. So maybe start with a happy birthday? Something like that would be nice. If you do it for the sub one, I do it for the normal one. Thank you for being here, Smurf. I really appreciate you. Let me see what we can get here as a... Do we have any universal ones that are celebrative? I don't think we do here. Oh, yeah, that one. Oh. Of course it's not in the right place. Oh man. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. This one first. And then that one. Okay, if you're not subbed, this is the one you can take. And I'm not sure if Yip is doing anything. There we go. Is that with a T? It is that with a T. I'll change it. I'll change it. Give me a second. There. It should be like the mine. It should be like mine. We're gonna go to Zed Wilder because Zed is celebrating his birthday. And that's just something we need to dive into. So I'm gonna open his stream. Mute it. Put the message in there. Copy this. And say read Zed Wilder. Still great jobs. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely true, Smurf. I absolutely love that that Yip constantly does that. Yes. There we go. Okay, there. This one can go. Yeah. We're gonna go over there. Please come with us and copy the rate message that works for you. Either the sub one with the moving emojis or the static one that I think Smurf was the last one that gave it. With the static emojis. I will be back on Sunday with Cozy Stardew Sunday, as we always do on Sunday. And I'm gonna make a little plan for when I'm gonna stream more of Tales of the Shire next week. For now, I am gonna wish you a great start of your weekend. Be extra really nice to yourself this weekend. May the best of your today be the worst of your tomorrow. And I hope to see you all next time. Thank you for being here tonight. And I love you. Bye-bye.